Rich Pierce continues our Team 11 coverage tonight. Rich, you've been out there for a couple of hours now and spoken with the owner of the pool store. What are you seeing right now?
Yeah, David, that's right. I did speak with the pool owner, and I'll bring you exactly what he said in just a couple of seconds here. But I do want to tell you the response here is massive, and it has continued throughout the evening. You can't see a whole lot from where we are right now because we are pushed back pretty far away from the building right now. Besides those dozens of firefighters, we've seen members from the DEP, Hazmat. We've seen physicians from AHN and UPMC and more here. Now, this is a look from earlier when we first arrived. This building, it's again, like you said, a pool and spa business. It's gone. The building is gutted here. We're told the first call came in around 2:15. When crews arrived a few minutes later, flames had already engulfed that building. They were shooting out of the building. There were chemicals inside, and that's what led to the call for evacuation within a half-mile radius. We spoke with the owner of this business who walked us through what happened after the store manager called him and told him the business was on fire.
And so he runs outside and it confirms it's on fire, and then he got a hose, tried to put it out. In the meantime, we contacted 911 and got the fire departments. It's sad that it burnt down, but you know, we can always rebuild, and we will rebuild, and we'll be bigger and better.
And in the last few minutes, crews have started to put more water on this building, and the fire chief told us earlier it would take a special ingredients, a special formula here to put out those chemicals, of course, that could ignite. We were told that 2 propane tanks actually exploded inside that building earlier. The business owner told us he's owned this business at this location for 23 years, but does plan to rebuild and be back open for the busy pool season in March. I'll, of course, be here throughout the night continuing to follow this situation. Reporting live in Harrison Township, Rich Pierce, Channel 11 News.
Our Team 11 coverage continues with Rich Pierce. And Rich, you've been out there for a while, since just after 3 o'clock. And that large response is now over, but the damage is extensive.
Yeah, Lisa, that response over now, but it was very active here for about 6 hours. Let's show you what's left of this building. And it's not much. And I'll tell you what, Lisa, we would be up closer to this building if we could, but there is still a strong chemical smell in the air.
Someone come by and then came in the front door and said, listen, your building's on fire.
Part of a burnt shell is all that remains of Country Pools and Spas on Freeport Road in Harrison Township.
That's a total loss. I can't believe it. Gone. Nobody got hurt.
John Plasick has owned this location for 23 years. He wasn't there when the fire started, but his store manager was.
He got a hose, tried to put it out.
When that didn't work, they called 911. The fire drew a major response. Dozens of firefighters from several departments were on scene from just after 2 p.m.
And we already had fire through the roof.
To well into the evening. Chemicals like chlorine inside the building led to an evacuation of a half-mile radius around the shop. It also created a new set of challenges for firefighters.
It takes the element to a different level because now you're dealing with a hazardous materials incident and not a structure fire incident.
Also responding were members of County Hazmat, the DEP, and local physicians. The site was a shock for passersby like Amy, who was picking up her kid from her mom's house who lives nearby.
It's devastating. I mean, especially right around the holidays for a business. I mean, we own our own business too, so seeing another business go up is pretty sad.
Plasick says he's just happy no one got hurt, and he's thankful for the work of firefighters.
These people are magnificent. It's sad that it burnt down, but you know, we can always rebuild, and we will rebuild, and we'll be bigger and better.
Yeah, bigger, better, and soon. The business owner tells us he hopes to be open again for the busy season starting March 1st. Now, as for all of those firefighters, and there were dozens of them here on scene, they all had to go through a decontamination process if they were within 50 feet of the structure. That's because of all the chemicals that were in the air. Reporting live in Harrison Township, Rich Pierce, Channel 11 News.